Welcome to a minted Christmas special of Style in the City, Greater Manchester's only dedicated fashion and beauty programme. Coming up this week, we're bringing you a roundup of all our winter essentials. See how high street Macs and umbrellas hold up in the typical Manchester weather. And if you don't fancy carrying some pounds into the new year, I find out the hidden calories that could be lurking in our festive drinks. Plus, another chance to win a hamper of luxury goodies for the new year. Well, I think the weather has definitely lent itself to fashion this time because it's winter warmers. And on hand is Aisha from John Lewis, the personal shopper no less. So please tell me we're not doing bulky and out of shape stuff.
No, there's lots of gorgeous knits around, fine and chunky knits that are more tailored and more fitted to give shape as well, so in lots of different colours, and you will get something this year.
I'm going to hold you to that because I don't do knitwear well. Let's bring on the gorgeous Abigail first. This I love. I think it's kind of just that sort of thrown-on look.
Yeah, it's easy to wear. This is your tea dresses from the summer, following through into your winter wardrobe, so you get your wear out of them, teamed up with a chunky cardie, and you can actually either add the belts quite low slung or have the belt over the top, cinched in at the waist, so depending on what body shape you wear and what size you wear, you could actually do that, so you get two different looks out of it.
OK, fabulous. Thank you so much, Abigail. Let's bring on the gorgeous Amanda. Now, I love these colours. Obviously, I know Marl Grey, very winter. Yep. Is that something we can invest in?
Definitely an investment piece. You'll see that year in, year out, and straight through to spring as well. And teamed up with this season's hottest colour, the purple. And it's such a gorgeous shade of purple. It's quite dark, so it would suit a lot of skin tones.
OK, now you've cinched this one in at the waist. Is that because sometimes knitwear isn't that flattering?
Yeah, sometimes you need to cinch in at the waist to give you a better shape and to show off the great figure you do have, and I don't think women do that enough. That particular piece is actually tiered, so you couldn't actually wear that without a belt. It looks better with the belt. So you just perhaps need to experiment with the piece that you buy.
Thank you very much. Let's bring on the gorgeous Debbie. Now, I love this one because it's not a dull colour.
It's not a dull colour, but it is also fine. It's quite fine knitwear with a jersey dress, and this is a layered look, so you wouldn't be necessarily quite warm in it, away from your chunky knits. But it's nice if you're just nipping around, you know, if you're just indoors shopping or, you know, working. It's quite smart cash. But you could layer it up. You could still add another layer under that, like a polo neck, and still be quite warm. OK, there are a lot of these kind of, I don't know what you call them, like throw-over waistcoat, short-sleeved ones. Are there any gloves out there that we can get as well? There is. There's leather gloves and there's knitted gloves now in lots of shapes and colours. Perfect. All right, thanks very much, Debbie. Shall we bring back on the gorgeous Abigail? Love this tartan. Very Vivienne Westwood. We're still doing this? Yes, there certainly are. There's lots of tartan around, and that's carried on from spring and summer again. Now, apart from obviously the hat and the scarf and knitwear, I immediately would think that was just a jumper. Do we still class that as knitwear? Of course we do, yeah. It's a fine knit. I think that's a cashmere mix, so cashmere knit's quite fine and it keeps you warmer than normal wools. OK, so you just touched on cashmere there, and I know you've got to look after certain wools a lot better than you would in acrylic, for example. Yeah. So is it always check the labels? Always check the labels, and a lot of them will be hand wash. One thing that I think we do as women, we're quite lazy, we'd like to put it in the washing machine, but no, look after your knits because they'll look after you. Let's bring on Amanda. Oh, nice. I like these splashes of colour. We shouldn't be afraid to do this in winter. No, we shouldn't. There's lots of colour around, and I think you should find one that suits you. And there is, I mean, everybody can wear colour. It's just finding the right shade. And that's beautiful for Amanda. That's cinched in again at the waist. And we've picked out the colours in the dress, and that's silk dress. Oh, silk, nice. So, I mean, actually, silk does keep you warm, so people might think it's thin, but silk is actually quite a warm fabric. Silk layered will keep you warm. So Amanda could actually add a polo neck under that as well, and she's got opaque tights and a thermal vest, so depending on how many layers she wanted to go. Now, I'm starting to feel left out because everyone's got a hat on, bar me. Is this the shape of hat? Is it a beanie hat? It's a little beanie hat. It's a little beanie hat, and it's quite cute. It has the bow detail at the side, and I think it's quite cute. I like it because of the shape. It suits everybody. And the most important question, do you get hat head? No. No, because it's not tight. No, because it's not tight. It's just placed, and that is a wool. It's a wool hat, so you won't get a tie. I hate hat head. Thank you very much.
let's bring... Oh, see, Debbie's got a hat on as well. It's like some private club I'm not invited to.
Oh, you know, there's so many hats around this year, and I think we should have fun with accessories, and that's the cashmere hat, so you won't actually get the hat head with that at all, and it's beautiful, and it will keep you warm compared to the polyester hats.
And this is sort of an sort of Angora-y type Aran jumper look?
Yeah, I was thinking for country walks, you know, when you go out on a Sunday, you want to put something on that you still feel feminine and something warm as well. So that's layered, so she could still add a polo neck under that with a chunky knit and her cashmere accessories.
Again, you've cinched it in. I think that is possibly a great tip for these chunky knits, so you don't look...
Yeah, so you don't look bulky, and your knit won't go out of shape either, so it's cinched at the waist to show off your shape, and you'll feel quite confident, so you don't feel quite dowdy.
Sorry to put my mother's sensible head on, but washing something like this, if you are hand washing, how do you dry it?
Dry flat on a flat surface.
Right, OK. Or give it your mother or your mother-in-law to wash.
Or dry clean it.
Yeah, oh...
If all else fails.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much, Debbie. OK, I'm going to go and get myself a hat so I can be in this private club that you're all in. Thanks so much today for all the knowledge on knitwear.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It's believed that bad weather cost the average Manchester resident about £250 per year in ruined clothes, cancelled events and extra heating costs, and an astonishing £13 million is spent on umbrellas in the city alone. So, the Style in the City team are putting the best Macs and umbrellas from the high street to the test. I'm going to be testing out our budget buys. The jacket is £15 and the umbrella is £4. Both are from budget retailer Primark. Researcher Kimberly gets the middle of the range gear. She's wearing a Georgia Asda mat costing £25 and her umbrellas from Toast priced at $6.99. And producer Claire wears our most expensive products. The Mac is available from TK Maxx costing $39.99 and the umbrellas and Eco Brolly which cost $12.99.
Car wash, yeah. Work and work. Well, those cars never seem to stop coming. Work and work. Keep those bags and machines humming. Work and work. My fingers to the bone. Work. If I can't wait till it's time to go home. Hey, get your car washed today. Fill up and you don't have to pay. Get a wash.
OK, so I think they've been well and truly tested. I'm going to start with mine, because mine's the cheapest of the bunch. It is waterproof, but it's cold inside. I can feel the water on it. So for my jacket, I'm going to give it 2.5. But my brolly did fare up to it, so I'm going to give my brolly 4. OK, and next I'm going to go to Kimberly. How did yours go?
OK, I don't think it's waterproof at all, this coat. I can feel a bit of water inside, so I'll probably give it about a 3. My umbrella was OK. It was quite flimsy though, so I'm also going to give that a 3.
OK. Producer Claire?
Yes. My jacket, actually, I'm quite impressed. It looks like it's repelling water. So I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5. And my umbrella as well, that seemed to stand the test. So that's 4 out of 5 as well.
Fantastic. OK, well, I think we've pretty much summed it up there for you. And next time Kimberly comes up with a good idea like this, she can do it on her own. Still to come on Style in the City. If your nails are suffering in the cold conditions, Christine's here to help. I'm on the piste, bringing you the best in ski wear. And I'm counting the cost of the hidden calories lurking in our festive drinks. Whether you're jetting off for your skiing holiday or staying a little bit closer to home, it's essential you look good. So this week on Style in the City, we are bringing you the latest in alpine fashion to make sure you look a chic skier.
Dirty babe, you see these shackles, baby, I'm your slave. I'll let you whip me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way.
It's the lovely Will, our presenter from Sale Shark. Looking very stylish, I have to say.
Yeah, it is. It's a really, really simple outfit. You know, you've got the nice orange colours, which just sort of breaks up the dark colours there. It's a really, really simple outfit, something for people that aren't into skiing for fashion at all. It's just a really, really nice...
But I would say, obviously coming from a fashion background, that these sort of bright colours are in all the handbags, all the shoes.
Definitely, all the neo fashion definitely coming back in.
Lovely. Thank you, Will. Thank you very much indeed.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Now, we wouldn't lose Lucy on the slopes, would we?
No, not at all. Again, as you can see, the bright colours are definitely there. Not so much in the jacket, but what they've done, which is really, really nice, is match the green up. So you can have quite a plain jacket, but then the really, really loud trousers.
Okay, can I ask this question?
Yeah, of course.
Are you allowed to mix and match? So
Yes.
she wouldn't have to go with all green if she thought it was too
No,
garish?
definitely not at all. You can literally mix any colours that you want to, anything that you think is going to look good.
I remember in the 80s it was very, very uniformed and you had to be very stylish and look the part.
It was. It's sort of gone out. It's literally what you feel comfortable in.
What should we be looking for on the label?
You should be looking for how waterproof it is. Everything will come with like a millimetre of how much water it can take. 5,000 millimetres should be okay for most people. That's the main thing you need to look for, and the waterproof.
Brilliant.
On it.
Thank you very much, Lucy.
Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up.
Lovely. Now, what I would say I'm noticing here is that the boys' outfits don't seem to be as bright as the girls' outfits.
They're not this season. They have kept quite toned down, but next season I've seen some of the Winter 08 stuff and it is so loud. The main thing that you can see here is what we call quick strike, based on weather predictions and things like that. So it's all symbols taken from the Met Office. That's a really, really nice feature on that jacket, which can run through all the accessories and things like that as well.
Okay, so warmth-wise, what should we be looking for there?
Well, to be honest, there's a misconception that you should have a really, really thick padded jacket, but to be honest, if it has the right layerings in it, it should feel quite thin because it has to be lightweight for the sport. If it is 5,000 millimetres waterproof, it should be warm enough for you. But things like the skirt underneath and things like that, which will keep the snow and the air from getting underneath the jacket, and the high necks and things like that, that's what's going to keep you warm more than anything.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Leah.
Get your sexy up.
We've got the lovely Ella here. Now, this is definitely floral.
Yes, yeah. Like we said about the bright colours, this is everything that's been in this season, this jacket. It's absolutely stunning, really, really girly. And as most women like fashion, you know, it's something really, really fashionable for the slopes. And Juliette Lewis has actually been seen wearing that jacket.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if she can do it, we can all do it.
Definitely.
And layering-wise, what should Ella have underneath this?
Realistically, that depends on when and where you're going. The main things you should definitely have your base layer, which is your thermal textile, and that's close to your skin, and it keeps the warmth in. Now, that should be antifungal because you are going to be sweating a lot. I know it's a bit...
Yeah. So it'll say this on all the labels, will it, when you go in?
If not, ask somebody in the shop that you're in and they should be able to advise you. The next thing, you should have maybe a t-shirt or a long sleeve top, and then, to be honest, a thin jumper, something like that, because you don't want to get too hot, you don't want too much padding, otherwise you're just not going to be able to move when you're boarding or skiing. If it is a bit colder, big nice fleece and you should be absolutely fine.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Ella.
Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it.
Up next, it's a masterclass with beautician Christine, who this week is showing us the best way to keep our hands and nails in good shape.
First of all, you make sure your hands are clean. So just a quick cleanse on the hands. The spray is actually a conditioning spray. It's actually got lavender in it. So also you've got to make sure that your nails are clean, clean from any moisture. So you just go over the nails. I'm using a non-acetone nail polish remover, and the reason for it is that there's many people that are actually allergic to acetone, so you're best off actually getting a non-acetone. And it's also very good for the nails as well. It doesn't tend to dry them out as much. The nails need to be clean because you need to prepare them for the nail polish, because it won't actually latch onto the actual nail, and you'll find that eventually it starts peeling very quickly. It won't last all night or even a week. Now moving on to the filing. Now it's very, very important when you're filing that you don't keep going like that on the nails. All you need to do is do a quick, just one sweep across until you get the actual shape that you want. and it's very easy to do. It's just to make sure you don't over-file them. Once you file the nails, then next is your cuticle cream. I tend to use just a normal almond oil. Now if you just put a little drop of the almond oil on each of the nails and then rub it into the nails, and again you're warming the oil up, so it'll sort of help you to sort of push back the cuticles a lot better. So once you pushed all the cuticles back, again make sure you use your nail polish remover to sweep over the nails, again to make sure you've got rid of all the oil on the nail. Right, so that's taken me a couple of minutes. At home it can just take you the same time, and then now you're ready to put your nail polish on. Purple is one of the in colours at the moment, and it's really nice. It goes with most things as well, so you shouldn't have any problems. So the key is to actually put your nail polish on is to try and do 3 strokes, one in the middle and one at the sides and one at the other side, because if you actually just put it on and you've no direction where you're going, you can tend to get in certain parts a lot thicker than the other. So you are best trying to follow a nice pattern, and if you do that you get a really nice smooth finish. When you take it out the bottle, obviously make sure that your nail polish hasn't over flooded the actual brush, because if you do it'll just run into the cuticle area. You can actually, because most of the colours are quite deep in colour, you only probably need 1 coat, but to actually to make your nail polish last a lot longer, you can actually put another coat on. But then you've got to remember as well, if it's quite deep and you're quite happy with that, you can just go straight to your top coat and then put your top coat on instead, but most people do have two coats of the actual colour. So once you've put the nail polish on, you can actually leave your nails to sort of dry a little bit for a couple of minutes. They don't actually have to be perfectly dry, but dry enough that so when you put the top coat on it's not dragging the nail polish off. Okay? And all you need is a very fine coat of the top coat on. This will give it a really good shine, and it will make the nail polish actually a lot harder, so it will stay on a lot longer. Right, I know that you're probably doing this at home, and I know everyone's always saying, oh, how could I do my other hand? One hand's always better than the other. Unfortunately, it's just pure practice, and if I had a tip, I would give it to you, but it's just practicing.
Now, if you're hoping not to pile on the pounds this Christmas, then it's worth considering the amounts of calories you could be consuming in your festive drinks. Now, Adam, I like a drink, but this is ridiculous.
Just a small selection.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's start with what we think might be a little bit naughty. What's this one?
This is the hot buttered rum, which is essentially 2 teaspoons of white sugar, a big teaspoon of butter, a shot of rum, and then topped up with hot water, a little drop of vanilla essence and dusted with nutmeg.
Ooh, I can smell the butter and it smells beautiful, but quite calorie laden.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But would you suggest you just have one of these?
Yeah, it's quite a big drink, so it's it'd fill you up for quite a while, I'd imagine. It's not something you're going to drink all night.
No, one of those and then onto your normal tipple. Now I know for sure that this one's calorie laden. This is a typical Christmas one, isn't it? A snowball. So what's in this one?
It's made with a Dutch spirit called Advocaat, which is essentially custard infused with brandy.
Nice.
And then it's topped with lemonade.
Yeah. I know, I've done my research, and I know that having one of these is like eating a Topic chocolate bar. So you wouldn't have 4 Topic chocolate bars in one evening, so perhaps not 4 of those.
No, probably not. It's sort of a rich style of drink, so it's not something that you're meant to drink all night. It's very much a one-off sort of thing, much like the hot buttered rum.
OK, now, I just said that's my favourite, but in fact, at Christmas I do love a mulled wine. What's in this one?
Red wine based. We make our own recipe here, which is red wine, Vimto, cranberries and a secret blend of spices.
Yeah, do we have to kill you? You'd have to kill us if we need a secret blend.
It's stored under my hat.
Now, I know that one of these is the equivalent to an aero bar. So, but it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like it's calorie laden. But again, maybe you just have to start the night with one and move on to your drink.
Maybe 4.
You're a guy after my own heart, actually, it turns out. Right, let's go on to the white wine. This has got to be a steady one, you'd think.
Nice and easy.
So I know that a glass of white wine is 115 calories, so that's not bad, is it?
No, not at all.
So a whole bottle? Is a bottle about 4 glasses?
Bottle's 4 glasses, yeah.
Okay, so that's not too bad, is it?
Depends whether you can cut off after a bottle, though, that's the question, isn't it?
I don't know when to cut off. You don't know me at all. Now, I call this the hangover cure, but it's a Bloody Mary. So what's in this one?
A Bloody Mary is vodka, lemon juice, tomato juice. Then sort of everybody has a slightly different recipe for these sort of things. I favour Worcester sauce, Tabasco, celery salt, black pepper, and possibly a little splash of red wine, just to give it a bit more depth.
Now, one of these is the equivalent to 4 Rolos, so not that bad at all, is it?
Pretty good.
Quite a long drink to drink all night, though. So I think I'd probably stick with white wine. But thank you very much for making me feel a little bit sad about all the calories I'm consuming. For more information on items featured in this week's show, to catch the programme online or to contact the Style in the City team, visit our website channelm.co.uk/lifestyle. Competition time now, and how do you fancy winning a hamper of luxury goodies to enjoy in the new year? The prize includes a £250 voucher towards an item of jewellery at Boodles, a brand new hairstyle courtesy of Trevor Sorby's new salon, champagne afternoon tea to enjoy at the 5-star Lowry Hotel, his and hers Tom Ford aftershave and perfume, a Barnet hairdressing gift box, a full body massage or a facial to enjoy at the Radisson Hotel's Sienna Spa, and a chauffeur-driven limo for a night courtesy of Bee's Knees. To win, simply text the answer to the following question. What pie is traditionally left out on Christmas Eve for Father Christmas? Is it A, a mince pie, B, steak and kidney pie, or C, custard pie? Text style followed by your choice of answer A, B or C to 88821. Entries cost £1 plus your standard network charge. Players must be 16 and over, and lines close at midnight on Tuesday the 6th of January. You can find more details on the terms and conditions on our website. That's it for this week, but coming up next week, the programme is packed full of helpful tips and advice. Andrew Barnes here with a masterclass in achieving the perfect curl. Makeup artist Emma Ekpo's talking us through skincare. I catch up with a top fake tan expert to find out how to get the perfect application. All the tips you need to ensure you'll be striking the perfect pose. And our panel of experts answer Greater Manchester's style dilemmas.